Hi everyone, this is Mr. Rock and I have a special friend with me today. His name is Tristan. Say hi, Tristan.
Hi.
We are going to talk about STEAM, and most of you already know what it is, but if you don't, it's science, technology, engineering, and math. We're going to do a couple different activities today that are STEM related that you can do at home, and it's a good way for your kids to learn while doing something that they really enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to make a catapult today. So I have this one here. It launches stuff out. Tristan's going to make one for us today. So let's get started. We're going to need a base. I have wood. If you don't have wood, use something that's a little bit heavier that you don't mind gluing something to. You're going to need a clip. Just basic chip clip, grabber style thing. Again, however heavy duty you make it, it's going to determine how strong your catapult's going to be. We're going to need some large popsicle sticks and some smaller ones. We have different colors here. Tristan, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. So we're going to use purple today?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last thing that we have is a water bottle cap. This is so you have something to put them in. So let's get started. So Tristan, why don't you go ahead and get the base there. We're going to use hot glue today, but crafter's glue will work just the same, only because it dries a little bit faster, and that's why we're going to use the hot glue. Grab your clip here, T. If you're going to use hot glue, I suggest you doing the glue part and then just let your kids pick it out unless they're older and more comfortable. Go ahead and sit that down, bud. Okay, and then hold it in place. So again, like I said, it dries pretty fast, so we're going to try and make sure that we don't move it until that sets up, okay? So let's slide this over on the side. So however many of these large popsicle sticks you use is going to really matter how strong it is. So I used 4 on mine. So we're going to glue 3 of them together this way. So you're going to match stick to stick first. This is going to give it some strength, and you're going to take another one and you're going to go partially in place. You're going to want a little bit of an overhang. Again, see how I have that spot right there? Okay, you're going to hold it together. Alright, so now's a good time to think about the colors you're going to use if you've got colored sticks. So we're going to use just some filler ones because we have this gap now over here, and that'll fill it in. Set that like so. And then we're going to put one strip all the way the length of one stick. Don't go too far. Alright, T, you want to pick it up and show it to him for me? Okay. Pretty simple. We used 4 sticks, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and that gives us that real nice rigid feeling. Okay. And again, if you used crafter's glue or something like that, it wouldn't set up as fast as this one here. So you're going to take this part and sit it on like so. So we're going to put some glue here. Take that. And by this point now, you can have them place it on. Go ahead and sit it on yellow side down, buddy. Okay. And push real hard. Okay. Got it on there pretty good. Alright, so what color are we going to make our sides out of? I used purple on mine. We have orange, green, yellow.
How about a side red and a side purple?
Okay. Get a stick of purple and 1 red. Go ahead and get purple and red. Now on this part, we're going to take it and go down this side here where they're all together, and we're going to run a beaded glue. Okay, go ahead and put the one that you want on that side. Stick it on the glue. I'll hold it. Okay, on there pretty good. That's all right. Okay, and then we're going to run some down this side here. And this makes it colorful and fun, but it also makes it a little bit more durable as well. Okay, go ahead and sit it on that side, bud. Here. All right. Now, you notice I got all these little stringy things here. Just once they set up, they just peel off pretty easy. So right now, we have the most of our catapult built here. So you're going to need a plastic cap. Go ahead and sit the plastic cap on right there for us. Think it's bonded? Mm-hmm. Okay. Give it one extra pinch. So, you know, real simple. There was really no prep time other than getting the materials together. And it took us about 5 minutes to make one. You can get out markers or crayons and color on it. If you have two, now you can do kind of like a battle. I have cotton balls that I'm going to use here. Here's a cotton ball for you, bud. So let's take it, turn it around. Yours isn't all the way set, so grab the cap and pull down and let go. Pretty neat, huh? So simple. I use the large clips, so they got some pretty good bounce to them. So you know, they'll probably launch like ping pong balls or something like that. I do suggest not allowing them to have marbles. That could hurt themselves or damage something that's around them. So another simple, easy STEM project that we have is we're going to make a plane using some construction paper. So pick out whatever color you want, and I'm gonna have Tristan here cut this. Can you cut on the lines for me, bud? Just some scissors here. For this project, all you're gonna need is some construction paper, some straws, and some tape. We picked up some. Make sure you use 2 hands. Cut. You're going to need 4. 2, 3, 4. If you're going to have them decorated, you're going to want to decorate it before you put it together. Only because it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do once it's assembled. Fold this in half. This is a really good exercise because it helps them with the fine motor. Can you cut on the line right there for me? Okay. So you notice we got two size strips here. One long and one short now. So here's some tape. Give me a piece of tape off. We're going to tape this like this. Start with the bigger one. Go across there.
Done something like this before.
Mm-hmm. Here.
It's a chain ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're your kids at school probably made something like this at one time in their STEM class. Okay, let's do one on the inside so it's a little right across there. So you're going to make a circle out of the part. So on the straws, I cut off the stretchy part. You can use the stretchy part if you have enough straw. Like these actually make pieces that are real close to the same length. It just depends on which ones you get. Now I bought all this stuff at the Dollar Tree, so it really isn't that expensive. Yes, that's why we bought straws when we were at the dollar store. So you're going to start by taking each one of these and put it in this inside here. Okay. You're going to do 2 first. I'll get it kind of put together and then I'll let Tristan finish. So we have that like so. So the big circle, they go on the inside, and on our little circle, we're going to go on the outside. So start here. Okay. On this side, you're going to go here. Okay, buddy. So, see how I did that? We're going to do that with the other 2 sticks. There you go. You're going to go right here. Nope. Okay, yeah, you can do it that way. That's fine. Good. Okay, we're going to go across from the orange. Alright, now we got to tape them to the inside of the walls. Drop it in there, get another piece of tape. Go and get a piece of tape out. Okay. That side. Let's go from this A. That way we're not fighting the big stick. Alright. Well, do you think it's going to fly, Tristan?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Go ahead and give it a throw. Oh my goodness, it flew into the other room. So, it's super simple. You can have them color on the strips. So if you want to have them cut the strips, get some crayons, some markers out, give it a name, draw some patterns on it, stuff like that. Which I think is a really good way to show their creative side. So I got another STEM project that we want to do. And again, everything I got today is from the dollar store. So we have toothpicks and jelly beans. Mini marshmallows work really well. If you want to use those. And it's really fun to use these because you can eat them afterwards. So what do you think we can make with these jelly beans and these toothpicks, Tristan?
A marshmallow stick?
A marshmallow stick? Well, we're using the jelly beans.
Yeah, because it could look like a marshmallow stick. You could stick a toothpick off a jelly bean.
Okay, so you think that's what we're going to do? We're going to put toothpicks on the jelly beans? Well, put all our sticks out. A box of 500 sticks is only $1. So go ahead and grab a jelly bean, Tristan, and a toothpick. Sit the jelly bean down and take the stick in. They are pointy. We don't want to hurt ourselves. Okay. Then I want you to go ahead and make something. I'm going to make something here. This gives the kids a chance to really like show their creative side to projects. So kind of just let them go free for all on what they want to do. If you noticed, he's kind of looking at what I'm doing over here, so I think he's going to try and follow my pattern. Speaking of patterns, you can do color patterns with these. That's a good way to do some of the math part in with your stem. So I'm going to make a little car. Nothing fancy. Just a little car here. If you notice, I have wheels. This supports it together. If you want to glue them together, you can too. The jelly beans are a little bit stiffer, so you don't have to worry about that too much. The one thing you gotta keep in mind when you do the jelly beans is, though, they can only hold so many toothpicks. So you want to keep that in mind when you're putting it together. So I have a little racer. It's got a handle on it. You guys can have little races with them. So what are you making there? You got some tape on it, I see. Did you make a letter X?
No, I'm making something else.
Making something else?
I'm making like a little house.
Oh, okay. So you can make letters with these too. So he actually made a crisscross pattern, taped them together, so you can make letters with it. So let's say if we were to do a letter, let's take jelly bean here and a jelly bean here and a jelly bean here. So you can break these in half any way you need them to kind of make sure that you're on the right size. And as you're building these letters, you can talk to your kids about what they are, what sound they are, any words they might have to go along with it, if you choose to do so. And you can make the whole alphabet. So I made the letter E. It has all our different parts here. So yeah, you could do a lot with these. They're pretty versatile. How's your house coming along?
Good. I have to push the jelly beans kind of really in so it would work good.
Mm-hmm. Do you need these together?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I was going to do it.
Okay. That's all right. We can get that one up. Okay. There we go. Stick that in there. Pretty good. Why don't you stick the jelly bean on that one, and then we can put it together. Sorry, bud. I'll get this part prepped for you. Okay. Alright. So I'm helping him just to kind of move this along a little bit. But, yeah, Tristan made a nice little house here. Alright. It's a pretty good looking house. See, I think...
I thought I could put like some toothpicks that would go up there, and it would make it like topping.
Mm-hmm. Okay. While he finishes that, I'm going to read a book today that I have. It's by Leo Leone. I know I've read one by him already once, but this one's called It's Mine. And you know, Tristan here actually picked this book out, and as I was reading it, I thought about how siblings act when they're in the house for extended periods of time. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have your kids around, bring them over for some story time. You could probably relate to this book as a parent. Again, so we have the front cover, we have the back cover, and then we have the spine. It's about these three little frogs here. The author writes the words, and the illustrator draws the pictures. Okay, so it says, in the middle of a rainbow pond, there was a small island. Smooth pebbles lined its beaches, and it was covered with ferns and leafy weeds. Oh, show everyone your house before I go. Yeah, I even put a little peek on it. It's kind of nice. Okay. On the island lived 3 quarrelsome frogs named Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. They quarreled and quibbled from dawn to dusk. Do you quarrel with Alex? You guys fight?
Oh.
No? Stay out of the pond, yelled Milton. The water is mine. Get off the island, shouted Rupert. The earth is mine. The air is mine, screamed Lydia, as she leaped to catch a butterfly. And so it went. One day, a large toad appeared before them. I live on the other side of the island, he said, but I can hear you shouting, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, all day long. There is no peace because of your endless bickering. You can't go on like this. With that, the toad slowly turned around and hopped away through the weeds. No sooner had he left than Milton ran off with a large worm. The others hopped after him. Worms are for everybody, they cried, but Milton croaked differently. Not this one, it's mine. Suddenly the sky darkened and rumbled out of distant thunder circled the island. Rain filled the air, and water turned to mud. The island grew smaller and smaller as it was swallowed up by its raining flood. The frogs were scared. Would you be scared? No? Desperately, they clung to the few slippery stones, but that still rose above the wild, dark water. But soon these two began to disappear. There was only one rock left out there. The frogs huddled, trembling from the cold fright, but they felt better now that they were together, sharing the same fears and hopes. Little by little the flood subsided, the rain fell gently, and then stopped altogether. But look, the large rock that had saved them was not a rock at all. You saved us, shouted the frogs when they recognized the toad. Together they leaped after the swarms of butterflies that filled the air. And later, when they rested in the weeds, they felt happy in a way they had never been before. Isn't it peaceful, said Milton. And isn't it beautiful, said Rupert. And do you know what else? Said Lydia. Know what? The others asked. It's ours, she said. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed our story today. Did you like our story, Tristan?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was your favorite part?
When the toad and they thought it was a rock.
Yeah, that's definitely a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you have any comments or questions about our activities today, go ahead and leave them. I'd be more than happy to reach out and answer any way that I can. Until next time.